looking for the ethics committee meeting. They must have moved the location. Anyway, we happen to be right down here by the Racine Baseball Cooperative, which is the hitting center, which is kind of controversial right now. Anyway, we're going to go inside, watch the kids hit a little bit, and talk to the people who run this operation. See you inside. Well, here we are at the Racine Hitting Center, a place that's been in the news a little bit here lately. Back in March, these guys received an eviction notice and they were told, hey, you got 3 days to get your stuff out of here. Now that was an order from the city, and originally I believe what they said was there was some damage to the building. The roof was leaking and it was structurally unsound, going to collapse at any moment. Well, it turns out that there was some roof damage, but in an entirely different part of the building. So these guys got a little upset. They came down to a city council meeting, blah, blah, blah. Eventually 8 members of the city council came down here and took a look, and they said, I don't see any reason why we got to kick these guys out. So then a structural engineer was brought in, and the structural engineer said there's no reason for these guys to have to leave. You know, right now there's no danger to them or to the building with them being here. So we're trying to figure out why the city, which doesn't own the building, it's actually owned by Randy Blackwell, why the city is getting involved in evicting these guys. The only thing we can piece together is if the city repossesses this building, which it has every right to do because Mr. Blackwell and Financial District Properties are now in default, if they repossess it, take possession of it, that means if they want these guys to move, they're going to have to pay them relocation costs. So we kind of think maybe they were hardlining them just to avoid those relocation costs. Not real sure about that. Anyway, we're going to go inside and talk to some people here and let you check out the facility. I'm sure a lot of you have never seen it. We never have.
You're going to join us tonight.
Yeah. All right. My name's Connor Driscoll, head coach of the JV team at Case High School. I love this facility because it's the only place I know of in town where you can get a work-off machine. I can throw batting practice to the guys, and we can get 2 live pens going here. We've got enough room where we could take ground balls right now. We get a full team stretch. It's just very spacious. You get a lot of work done. Come up here for an hour and a half, and I can't think of a place I'd rather be if we are stuck indoors. That this is the best in Racine as far as I'm concerned.
Hi, I'm Noah. I like to come to RBC because it's you can come here and you can just work on whatever you need to work on, and they got pretty much everything you need. You can do ground balls, you can hit in the cage. I come up here with my friends and we can just toss to each other. More spacious than like a couple other facilities that I've gone to, and you can do a lot more up here.
What position you play?
I play middle infield, so second base, shortstop.
You think this helps your batting average?
Yeah, definitely. I usually try to hit like at least 100 when I'm up here. At least 100 off the tee, 100 in the cage.
When's your first game?
We have one this Thursday. This Thursday we have one. Hopefully we can take the win.
Say hi to your grandma if you want.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Here's the situation. This property is not owned by the city of Racine, technically. It's owned by Financial District Properties, of which Mr. Randy Blackwell is the CEO. Now they're in default on their loan, which means that the city is ready to repossess this building. If they repossess this building with the tenants in here, then they are responsible for relocation costs for the tenants. So perhaps that had something to do with their idea of getting them out of here before they go through repossession. We don't know. We can't think of any other reason why they would be in such a hurry to get them out of here. But this is the famous Racine batting thing, and it's kind of cool. We'll do a little more in a few minutes with the actual managers. All right, here we go. We got Jack Schiestel.
Yes, sir.
And Randy Biscay. Did I get that right?
Vidritsky.
That's good. Whatever it is. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys talk. Because you know the story a lot better than I do. I don't even need to ask you questions. Just go ahead and tell your story. Go ahead.
All right. Randy, you want to go first?
Well, you can start, but
Okay, we're up at the RBC, the Racine Baseball Co-op Hitting Center in Racine, and we've been up here for 21 years.
more than that, I think.
More than that, possibly, that's right. And some of the guys are practicing in the background. You took some shots of some of the other ball players from Case up here. And we're just trying to keep our home alive. We've been here forever. We've never had but one injury up here. That was mine.
Yeah.
Okay. And never had a police call or anything. I mean, we just do what we do. We've had some ball players that have come through here, like Nathan Colas from Kenosha, who was signed by the New York Yankees. Vinny Racine, a local boy who was signed and played 3 or 4 times up in the major leagues, and among others. We've really done a good job. We don't charge hardly anything. This is really a local thing done basically from the dads that started this a long time ago, like Randy, for his sons that played ball. Yeah. And this is something that just has continued and continued, and now he's got a grandson up here that comes up here and so on. But the city has been trying to, get rid of us for a number of months, and for really no reason. The building hasn't really been sold technically yet. And we don't cause any problems. So hopefully we're going to be able to stay here, and the city and the council people are going to be nice enough to let us hang around here for a number of years to continue. Randy, I'll let you take it.
Yeah, like Jack was saying, we've been here over 21 years. We did all the work in here. Jack had a lot to do with this. He got a lot of the money, got it donated, and we have like 4 batting cages, we have 2 or 3 hitting machines, we have 2 pitching mounds. All the artwork was done by...
Yes, our group of dads that came in and spent hours and hours doing that. So and our carpeting was donated by Tony Roman, was nice enough to help us out, and the parents of Tony, to buy AstroTurf and put the AstroTurf in. We've got a lot of money up here. And originally, Randy, it was true, they wanted to kick us out in 7 days. They gave us notice to be out here in 7 days.
Well, they never gave us the notice.
Well, they hung that thing on the...
on that, but they never gave Dan the notice.
Yeah, the official.
He heard that from the alderman.
And it took us 3 months to move in, so like we're going to move out in 7 days. So it's just impossible. So, we're just up here to remind our own business.
Yeah.
Don't cause any problems with anybody. And all we want to do is just really stay here until officially maybe the building is sold or somebody moves in or starts to rip it down. All we're asking to do is what they've done for the last 21 years.
Yeah, we haven't bothered anybody, and nothing's,
Not at all.
Like Jack says, no problems. We've not done any. I don't think we even when the building was being used, we never interfered with anything.
Never.
That was in here.
No.
We've got our own little area. We get in our own way. We don't bother anybody. Everything has been good here so far.
We've had really nice support from the people that have helped us, by donating money. Mr. Haven came along, and Mr. Haven was phenomenal.
Yeah,
he gave us
most of the
check after check after check, and Mr. Jensen, before he passed away, was nice enough to let us have this facility. And Brian said, Jack, if you want it, and this was, I can't even describe what this looked like.
Oh,
there was no way you could put it in words.
No, we all had to paint. We had to paint all this.
So we put in the carpeting, we painted it, we put up the signs,
Put new lights up.
put out about 10,000 nails. So, but anyway, that's where we stand today.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Has the construction that's been going on here on the Machinery Road project interfered with your operation at all?
Yeah, heavily. There's construction here every day.
Not that I know of.
No.
I got a question. Hey, what about, did you, after all this debacle with the city, did you lose any of the teams?
Did we use any what?
Lose any teams.
Oh.
I think we had a problem, the PR problem the last year or so.
Yes.
Because last year at Case, a lot of fathers asked me, when I told them we wanted to use the indoor up here, they said, we thought you were closed. So a lot of people think we're closed, but we're not. That
we're
seems
not.
to be a big problem.
And we lost teams like Oak Creek. Oak Creek came in here for years and years and years.
All the high schools used to
All the
come
high
in here.
schools came in here, everyone. And now they disappears because they, again, thought that because of the publicity in the paper that we were going to shut down.
And we haven't.
Not at all.
So are people still welcome?
Yes,
In fact, if somebody watches this, have them get a hold of you, right?
Absolutely.
That's right.
All right.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Good. Good. Thanks.
good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The right way to have done this would be to come in here, talk to these guys, they're nice guys, and arrange to find another facility for them and help them relocate. That would have been the right way to do things. Assuming, of course, that this property needed to be vacated. Instead, they wait until the last minute, come over and try to give them the bum's rush. It's time for you guys to go, get out of here. You know, you're holding back the progress. Well, you can see what kind of progress has been going on down here. And it's just a doggone shame. It really is. So we hope that bringing you this information will give you some insights into how this city operates and the way it should operate.